Oh yes, I've been regarded as a scammer. People they call me a scammer, even right now. So mainly when you're trading the 714 method, it does not mean become ignorant of other markets nature or like just the market structure itself. The result of that is fear. So fear will make you to act without paying attention to detail. Now, it's simple. if you want to understand lot size and how it all works, I'm not getting a salary from XM. Some people think, oh, surely it's getting a paycheck from XM. Yes, it's not for the money. It's not for popularity. It's not for fame. Why am I doing this? The only reason why I'm doing these seminars Alright, so the first things first is that when the market is moving generally, let's say it's just a consolidation. When the market does a consolidation, what's going to happen is it will consolidate, break up, which means the price will go higher and then it will drop. Sometimes it will consolidate, goes down, and then it will go up. So what you need to know is that if it's gonna range, break up, it will drop. If it's gonna range, break down, it will go up. The second answer to that is when you are trading in between the hour time, which is 1 to 2 p.m. SAST within South African time. That's what I always emphasize. SAST. Where's my clock? I wish I had a clock here. So on the clock, the one that you have on your wrist, the one that you're watching on your phone, if you're in South Africa, you observe, use the natural time to observe. So if the range in between the 1 and 2 p.m. happens to maybe the bullseye bit slight higher, which means the markets thereafter will go short. But if within the period the bearish market's range is higher than the bullish market range, then it means that you will have to go long. It's only those basic observations that you want to see occur or happen in the marketplace, of which will help you see what the market is willing to do. Understand that this is a bit of an advancement from the general setup that I always give out, where simplicity is if the market will go down from 1 to 2, after hour we need to buy. But if the market will go up between 1 and 2, after hour we need to go short. Right, so for a clear answer, in that scenario, the first scenario is that there could be a continuation. So if there's a continuation, which means that's the motive, the market is to move. So if eventually in the previous day we've already have a reversal structure of the market creating the IM pattern or head and shoulder, and then around that time it's just going to continue to drop even more. So that is the first scenario, a continuation. It's what confuses a lot of people. They'll be like, no, but Mashaya said you should do this, So mainly when you're trading the 714 method, it does not mean become ignorant of other markets nature or like just the market structure itself. So you need to consider the market structure from how it's looking, the M, the pullback, and then continuation down. Because if it's going to continue to sell between 2 and 3, 4, 5, in the London session, that's where you will have a minor pullback and then a continuation after 2 p.m. Maybe they could hold price a bit between 1 and 2, which will give you a re-entry. more of the market saying, are you still going down? So if you're in for the ride, this is your chance to execute. Because surely within that time frame, you will have a minor pullback. It may not be obvious, but you will have a candlestick or maybe a bearish hammer. A bearish hammer is a point whereby it's a downside fist like this, where the market will open, go up and then come down to close here, and then the next one starts. So that is a bearish hammer. So those candlesticks also, that's what I'm saying right now. Do not be ignorant of other things that are there in the market. Your understanding on its own, you are trying to find precision. So if you use those things in between and make sure that this is what you follow, you will surely get in the right direction. So that's the first answer, continuation. And then the second scenario of being able to answer and reply to this question is, at times when you're looking at the market in this perception, when it's going to do an obvious drop, in between there will be a lower high where the market is simply going downstairs. Think of going downstairs. So in that scenario of like this, the market will go up, touch the previous step, and then continues down. But the good thing when the market is just simply gonna move fast without you paying attention is that it will give you a fair value gap, whereby the candlesticks will be like this and you will have a space in the middle. It will retrace back, give you a reprice. Some they call it a discount. It will come back, reach to that gap, fill it, and then you enter within 50% of the discount, and then afterwards you will experience a continuation in the market. So those are the two answers. The first one, which is a misunderstanding, the market can be in a continuation, which will make you miss the move, or you will be very curious to what happened, which means the market in the previous day had already made a reversal to the downside. So understanding a bearish market cycle and a bullish market cycle, that is what going to give you a clear view to where the market is going. So there are one source for losing trades. Number one, it has to be FOMO, fear of missing out. People are so impatient, which would lead to fear. Remember, my description of fear is the absence of knowledge, the absence of impatience. If you don't know what to look for, the result of that is fear. So fear will make you to act without paying attention to detail, which is not a good thing. Because if you take time to analyze, to review, to watch and observe, that's where you will be able to make a reasonable decision based on the evidence and the information that you've been given from the market. So the most cause of losing traders, they just open the trades, they open the charts, and from there they are thinking that, hey, I've already missed this trade, it's already gone, it's leaving me, and then they take an entry. Whereas the fact should be, look for what you know, double check what you know, and then you may execute. You apply your stop loss in place, you apply your targets in place. You can never just pull out a gun and shoot, which means when you shoot, know what you are shooting at. So the target is very important. The market can either be doing one of the two things, which is a buy and sell. Where is it buying to? Where is it selling to? So most people, they ignore the in-between information. But understanding those, the basic that I just given you right now, can eliminate a majority number of your losing trades. Take this, put it into practice, over time, you will understand. And another thing that makes people to be impatient is not understanding that market moves in time. It doesn't just move. It's move in a specific time of the day. So when you go to your market and I tell you exactly that you need to observe from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. simply in between the time, that is what you are looking for. So you know for a fact that you have to be patient for an hour to get a clear view in order for you to be able to take a trade. If within the time range it's not clear, you check the previous day to see if there's no reversal of market structure. Thereafter, you execute for the actual market and take the trade. It's simple. If you want to understand lot size and how it all works, my answer that you need to understand is you are not going to make $1 million in one trade. You are not going to become a millionaire with just one trade. Take that into your mind. You can become a millionaire in a series of trades. So it's not about what you do in that one decision, one opportunity that you think is a clear view. So for beginners, just take it slow. There's no need for you to be aggressive when you're starting off, especially let's suppose you are testing the 714 method. So that means you need to take it slow. You can never find a project that you don't understand, or you can never find a mission that you don't understand. So why do you buy gold or sell gold if you don't understand how it's supposed to move? You will only be losing money, a lot of money, in a short space of time, and that will make you lose confidence and trust in the forex market, and that will lead you to saying or conclude that forex trading is a scam, whereas it's not. You need to calm down, be down to earth, be average. Forget about all the other stuff anybody's doing. Forget about me personally. Just take the advice, put it into action. Don't look at anybody's work. Focus on your own path. And you know that you're starting off in this career. So you have nothing to prove to anyone. That's another major setback that most people have, because you have a lot of people who are being negative about forex trading, telling you that it's impossible, telling you that it's a scam, telling you that it doesn't work, so and so has lost money, so and so has lost his career. You are not that person. Never make another person's failure your future or your present. So as a beginner, take your time, be average, monitor the charts, understand how the chart works, put that into action, apply it as it goes. This is the only way you will be constantly and consistently making moves. Understanding the word consistency, surely you've heard it multiple times. Consistency is simply taking steps. If you're gonna go up a staircase, if it's an electronic staircase, you just take one step and then it's gonna move in an average speed till you get up. But if you're going to take the natural steps that we know, you take one step at a time. But if you're gonna skip steps, you are only robbing yourself, because you are not going to have the necessary competence, you're not gonna have the necessary experience, and you're not gonna have confidence. You will be arrogant. Arrogant goes with misinformation, because the moment you ignore some part of information, you're going to be skipping some things that you really need to do, which will fill the puzzle in making you a profitable trader. So slow down, champ. You're on the right path. So personally, when it comes to brokers, I've used a lot of brokers I've partnered with a lot of brokers. As a result, I've never gone public with a lot of brokers. So why am I recommending that people they use XM? I'm not getting a salary from XM. Some people think, oh, surely it's getting a paycheck from XM. The reason why I recommend XM, I've been with XM for more than half a decade, right? That's more than 5 years. And within that 5 years includes my losing period, which is like 3 years. Basically, it's about 8 years now. So 3 of those years was 5 losing, 5 of those years is profitable years. So I personally, the experience in terms of looking also in the website, the service from the broker, the execution, when it's fundamentals, how the market moves, and bonus wise, XM is the best, right? Because I can get out of a trade when it's fundamentals. The minute the market, even if it's going to start drop and then come up, I can be able to close and I'll be out from the price I said I'm going out at, which is instant closing. Just as there is instant execution to enter the trade, there's also instant exit on the trade. And that is the one thing that I highly like and advise about XM Global. Another thing, XM Global is the only broker that offers a real bonus, a real deposit bonus, the only first bonus that you're gonna get after you open an account with them. So how come a broker that gives money back be a scammer? Because if they were very much scamming, they would be giving you the money. Even on seminars, they're always giving away money. They're hosting seminars every weekend throughout the year. And they always giving out, they give out more than $10 million eventually, if you're gonna check the numbers, right? So the reason why I use XM, I've been with them for years. I've gotten all my withdrawals. Yes, for some withdrawals, there's been inconveniences, but I made sure that I do as they say. I give the necessary requirements that I have to. If it means I have to give my bank statement for them to reflect in their system, I do that. If I have to send my interim statement, I do that. If I have to send or resend my POP, which is POR, I do that. So it's only understanding how the broker works, and you do exactly as they want, and then you're going to be able to do that. Not only that, XM has been around from 2004 up until now, right? So that's a long time. It's over 10 years now. So a broker like that is the one that we need, a broker that is visible. They have offices here in South Africa. You can simply go there if you have an inquiry and be able to learn and understand how the broker works, right? So they've done so much for the community. Other programs I'm not aware of, but I've seen them hosting events, doing community projects, doing other stuff. So they are very much on the ground. And if you tend to check, even with mentors who are working with XM, it's genuine mentors. They don't scam people, because we understand the broker side of business when it comes to a broker. If you want to be an affiliate, you're just going to be an affiliate. You teach people how to trade, and then you may make commission here and there, depending on the type of audience you have, the type of customers. Even for the customer, the client, the trader who's trading under your affiliation, they're not losing anything, because you have equipped them with a strategy that can make them win. Nobody has to lose in this business. That's a major important thing that I understand and that I love. The more money you make, the more money the brokers make. Question: how does the broker make their money? Brokers, they simply make money from spread. They are charging you an extra from what you are executing on. For example, if I purchase this iPhone from whichever dealer who sells iPhone or manufacturer, if I buy this from 1,000 rands, I will add 500 or 200 rands on top of the price I made a purchase. As I sell it to the next person, so I can make an extra 500 rands as my profit, right? And then that is how brokers work. So the spread is simply a markup or an additional price to what the actual price is. But you know what the good thing? You can't even see that they've charged you spread, because the minute you execute, your trade goes into profit instantly. So it's hard to see that you are losing anyway. So trusting with XM is a very good choice. I've used them for years. The relationship has been stable due to like my longevity with the broker. I always get my money and we are working. So right, so this is a catch, right? So when it comes to the free seminars that I'm doing across the country, in particular South Africa, so my motive was to go around the countries. Yes, it's not for the money, it's not for popularity, it's not for fame. Why am I doing this? The only reason why I'm doing these seminars, it is so to prove to people that Forex trading is not a scam. That is my only motion. The only reason why I decided to go public is to re-brainwash you to thinking that Forex trading is a scam, is to re-educate, re-inform, bring awareness, bring the skill, the motive that Forex trading, it is not a scam. It is simply a minority of people who get the opportunity to be public, and they, by getting that followership, then mislead the other people in thinking that in order for them to be like him, they need to invest in him, giving him the money. Whereas the motive of my seminars is to show everyone that everyone can win without anybody getting hurt, without everybody getting scammed or anybody getting scammed. Understand this. Without anybody getting scammed. Losing a trade to the broker, that doesn't mean you got scammed. You simply lost a trade. You are not scammed. So the motive that I'm trying to prove and show everyone is that we can all win. Because if you understand how the brokers make money through spread, how other traders make money, that's a very good a relationship. So as I say, most importantly, it's more about the relationship that you need to keep up with. So make sure that you attend to my seminars, you watch my videos, you see where I'm going next, and then that will be easier. Cape Town, we are coming. Joburg, we are coming. Mpumalanga, we are coming. Limpopo, we are coming. Northwest, we are coming. Eastern Cape, we are coming. I'm going throughout all the provinces to prove this one point, that no one has to lose. No one must get hurt. We all can win. Forex trading is not a scam. We cannot judge Forex trading based on those few minority people which have been on the platform or on the spotlight, and they spread misinformation, and we make Forex trading that. Forex trading on its own is a platform that is there to make sure that it helps its markets, clients, and partners benefit the most, and you are in the right path. If you ever seen any videos regarding the 714 method, you are in the Gen Zs. Oh yes, I've been regarded as a scammer. people they call me a scam. Even right now, there'll just be that one fool here and there saying, this guy is a scammer. Before you dictate that someone is a scam, do a thorough research. Because for me right now, for a person who comes up and say, Mashaya is a scam, 714 method is a scam, I take that person as they haven't done their research, they haven't done the work. Because you know that people, even if one day lazy to do research, they'll be just like, browsing, one of those scammers. No, you are lazy. I'm not a scammer. Because if you have done the work, you would know that this is a legitimate business, right? So, the point still that I'm trying to prove is that Forex trading on its own, it is not a scam. Because there is no point whereby an industry or a business or a market that's so big, imagine over 3 trillion or over 5 trillion, because right now I think it's around 6 trillion. Over 6 trillion traded a day, every day. Is that a scam? That is something that is recognized globally, right? So I am on the verge to prove that this is not a scam. Personally, I became rich through Forex trading. That's how, because I don't know if I never decided to commit, put efforts, do the work in Forex trading, I wouldn't be where I am right now. There wouldn't even be this book. This wouldn't come to existence, right? So it only takes work. It takes commitment. And if you're going to think that Forex trading is a scam and conclude there, my friend, you are missing out a lot. I'm not the one who's going to be missing out. You are the one who's going to be missing out. I don't say trust me, but follow me. Watch my content. Watch my seminars on YouTube. Channel the 714 Method official page. You need to become an investigator on a person. Follow their step, follow everything they're doing. What are people saying about that person? And that's where you will get the evidence. That's where you will find the proof. For me personally, the one thing I can say I'm not a scammer is because I don't do investments. I don't take people's money, right? There's no point where I'm going to say, give me your capital, I will trade for you, I'll manage it for you, then we're going to have split half. Because that's how most people, they actually went out. They didn't understand the charts. So they thought that they could make a lot of money from people. So the more they become popular, they take people's money with the hope that they will make money from the charts. And when they don't make money from the charts, a big hole get to be opened, because the more they lose, the bigger the hole. So they hope that they're gonna make money from the market without understanding the charts. So that is a scammer. Hence I always say, if you claim that you're making money from Forex markets, how come you've been a fallen soldier, whereas the market still resides where it was before, and it's still in the same position right now? But you as a mentor, you have fallen. Doesn't make sense. The dark side of Forex trading on a personal level, on a business level. Let me start on a business level because that's where it's darker. So the dark side of Forex trading is a person who's been recognized in terms of the Forex markets, one of the most respected mentors due to 714 method, is people or businesses and partners, they think they can buy me. That's one of the dark side, and that's where most soldiers fall. Because once you accept a price, you need to be submissive. You need to play by the rules. And that is not what I'm about. I'm all about flexibility. I'm all about myself. They've tried to sell me fame, but I denied it. Why? Because too much fame comes with pride. And once you have pride, you can't work with people. You can't work with the community because you are above them. The dark side of Forex personally, on a personal level, is that everyone thinks you are rich, right? Everyone thinks you are rich, always have money laying around, working with money. For me, for example, I made profit last year. I was staying in a rented apartment. I use all of that money. It's a funny thing because people always give you that credit after you become broke. When you have money, nobody sees that you have money. But once you start spending that money, then everybody thinks you have money. Whereas the fact is you've already spent the money, so now you're in the downfall. Not really downfall, but it depends on which downfall. So the dark side of Forex on a personal level is that, number one, people, they don't see you as a person. They see you as money, right? Because people are only going to talk to you when they need money. That's the most, I don't even know the word how to put it right now. But people, they lose a sense of humanity when they see you, of which is a wrong thing, very wrong thing, because I'm still the same guy. It's just that this is work that I'm doing. And in that, so people, they come to you, they ask for favors. If you don't do their favors or you don't fulfill their wishes, then they're going to start talking bad about you. You know, this guy thinks he has money, he doesn't have money. He couldn't help me here, he couldn't help me there. So that's your also personal response. If I choose to not help you, there's nothing wrong about me, because getting to where I am, no one was there for me. Nobody helped me. Nobody did anything for me. I had to build myself up. So if I do what I do and I have put the effort to get what I got, the only person I have to look after is myself, right? Because even if I fall from where I sit right now, no one will help me to get back up. I only have myself. So why should I put myself last and other people first? Because even so, before, nobody was talking about me. I reached where I got behind the closet. And whether I fail or not, I will go back to the closet. So, and another thing about making money, you never know in life when you've made your most money, right? I could have made whichever amount I made last year. This year I'll try to beat that. Maybe I couldn't, even last year. So, making so much money, security first. So I made a lot of money, built a house, bought cars, right? Not expensive cars, just affordable cars. Going forward from that, I'm not aware of anyone who's not talking to me because of hatred and stuff, and jealousy and envy. I know it exists, but I'm not putting my attention there, because I've learned that if I want something to grow, germinate, run my life, I need to put more effort and more attention to that. Of which, for the past half a decade, close to, I've been focusing on the chart. I've been focusing on mastering the chart. And I'm glad it's paid off. And even right now, still on the same motive. So for those on the dark side, stay in the dark side. Because in my perception, from where I'm looking, nobody has to lose. You can still do the same thing and eventually make more. I will not hate you for that. The one thing I'm happy about on what I'm making, the lifestyle I'm living, is I'm flexible. I'm happy. I'm acceptable. Yes, comfort zone may be a dead zone sometimes. but I never imagined myself being where I am right now. Even to this day, it's just feels like a dream, but I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. So, cheers. If it has to come to me helping people reaching a certain level of their stage, as I said, I've never had anyone to support me. I never had anyone to help me. It's all self-made and inspiration from here and there. Doing what I do, and also the choice of building a team and choosing people who have no expertise. That is simply to say, I come from nothing. Today I am something. I was no one. Today I am someone. Which means if I can use the same code or the same method to elevate myself, the same method or the same principle can elevate someone else and another person and another person and another person. The point of making it in life is not only to be only myself at the top, cheering up, looking others at the bottom and say, yeah, these are lazy people, these are weak and whatnot. Do understand that a sheep that is trained by a lion will never lose any war, because that sheep in its mind, it's a lion. But a lion that was raised or trained by a sheep, it will live its whole life thinking that it is a sheep. So it's a matter of potential. It's a matter of capabilities. What is a person capable of? And the capabilities of a person, they all depend on environment. They all depend on submissive. If a person is willing to learn, that's a very good person that you can work with. It's not a matter of qualifications, cramming non-essential information and saying this has worked this far and that far. Potential is what really counts. How much is that person willing to go? What will they do to make sure they reach the other level? That's about it. Even Bill Gates said it himself. He said he only employs he said he only employs lazy people, because lazy people will find the easiest solution to every problem. They may take the whole week, the whole month to fix that problem in their time, but when they come in, they come with a solid solution, of which we're all looking for. So my team is summoned based on potential. It's summoned based on change. If you don't change the way you look at life, life will change the way you look at it. That's about it. Thank you for watching this far. Make sure that you leave a comment in the comment section, you like the video and you share with your friends. But mostly, I would like you to join my community of the 714 method as we do our live trading, everyday interaction, whereby we get to ask and answer your questions. Right. So remember, we're also trading with XM, our trusted broker. Open an account under XM, use the code COPY714, which is whereby you will send an account number on our WhatsApp to prove that you have registered your account. And remember, XM will give you a 100% bonus when you make a deposit, or if it's your first time with XM, they will give you $30 worth of credit for you to trade and make money. The good thing is you are not alone. In the community, that's where we're gonna get more interaction and business market updates, whereby we are all observing how the market is moving on a day-to-day basis. See you on the other side.